Hi. I just had an experience and I just wanted to, put this out there and share it with people. If it finds you, if it's for you, that's cool. If it doesn't, that's cool. Your opinions are equally valid. Um, so every morning I meditate like when I wake up. I wake up, but I'm like, I can catch myself when I'm like kind of awake and I'm fully awake. And I have a sleep mask on that has like headphones in, and I usually play like some type of binaural beats or just some type of music on YouTube. And I have YouTube Premium, not like trying to advertise for them, but um, I can like set a playlist of these like videos and songs, and then I can turn my phone off and it'll just continue to play the music. And some of them are like 9, 10, 11 hours long, so I can just sit and sleep. So it's like I wake up and I start to hear the music, and that's kind of like my awareness that I'm like in between awake and asleep. And I love to use that time to meditate. And then I usually meditate when I like go to sleep. Like I'll make sure I get to bed a little early or whatever I feel like it, right? And then I'll put the mask on and I'll play the music and I'll just like sit there, and I eventually kind of just like weave myself into meditation, and I don't fight it, and I usually just end up falling asleep eventually. And so that's what I do. So in the morning today, I woke up and I was in that like in between, like I could hear the music, so I knew that I was in that in between, like not fully awake yet state. I was like, okay, cool. So, and you can ask like spirit to like remind you of stuff. So like before I went to bed last night, I was like, hey, like I want to start living my life to my highest excitement. And so I kind of like woke up, and then that came to me as like, okay, yeah, that's right. So I was like, okay, I was trying to, like think, what am I going to do today to my highest excitement? Like, what is my highest excitement? And this kind of like thought, and when I describe thoughts, I describe of like where they come into my, like in my head, like I just kind of like feel that. So this thought came in from like the back of my head, and it was like, Target, it was just Target. And I was like, oh, Target sounds great. Like, even if that's something so small, that could be my greatest excitement today, Like, I know that there's no, like, limits or rules on what that could be. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to Target. I'm going to go get Starbucks, and I'm going to go walk around, and it's going to be great. And that's going to be my greatest excitement. And there's no agenda, right? Like, I'm just going to show up there and do whatever. And kind of just let myself, like, weave and flow through it, and whatever happens, right? Anyway, so, like, I get up, and I rush to get ready. And I have 2 cats, and so I have to feed my cats in the morning. And we trained one of our cats to like always sit in a certain spot because he'll like bully the other one when I'm eating. And he's really nice and obedient. And he was just having the hardest time like sitting there today. And he was like, kept like moving and following me. And I'm like, no, the rule. Like, I'm not trying to be bossy, but like you bully her out of her food. Like, you have to stay over here. And this. Like, you're always usually so good. Like, and he was just kept like following, and I spent like 10-15 minutes trying to get him to like stay over in the kitchen, and I was trying to get ready because I was just so excited to leave and go to Target and follow my my highest excitement, right? I was like, okay, so get the cats fed. I have birds, so I uncovered the birds and I changed out their water, and I was like booking it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm hungry, and I was like, what can I grab to go? So I have these like organic protein bars or whatever, and I was just like shoving it in my face because I was like, I want to go. I want to go. I want to do my greatest excitement. Looking back now, like I'm seeing this all through a different perspective, but like in the moment, And if this resonates with you, like it resonates with you. If it doesn't, like it doesn't, that's cool. Anyway, so I'm driving there. Traffic wasn't like bad, but I didn't like feel like, like when you're in like alignment, like you're in alignment, like you're in alignment. Um, Cars will like stop for you, like if and if you don't know what I'm talking about, like you don't know, that's fine. But if when you're in alignment, like you can feel it, you know? And like, you hit like every green light, or maybe not, but like, you just know, like things just like boom, 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 boom. And so traffic there like wasn't terrible, but it like wasn't great. I just kind of felt like meh. So I was like, whatever. So I get to the parking lot and I see this parking space right by the front. And if you know when you're in alignment, like you know like that's your parking spot, you know? Like that's for you. And right as I was turning in, like this truck had came and literally just stopped right in front of the parking spot. And there's like cars behind me, and I'm not just gonna like stop in the middle of the parking lot, wait for this car to move so I can get that my parking spot, you know, my parking spot. And it's like, okay, so then I ended up parking, and I ended up having to park like far away from the door, which, you know, it's like not that big of a deal. But like when you're in like alignment, like, you know, oh, sorry, something's on my nose. Ooh. Anyway, sorry. It's like, you know. And so I like walked in and I was like, well, whatever. It's fine. Like, I don't know, whatever. So like I walk in and I was like, hey, I'm going to get my Starbucks because it's like right there by that front door. And there was like no line. And I was like, okay. So I get there and like the people there like aren't like in the best mood, which is fine. But like when you're in alignment, like everything that's like seems to work out for you, you know? And I'm not judging them on whatever day they had, like that's fine. You know, like that's their life. I don't care if they're in a good or bad mood. Like I'm there to get what I want. I'm there to be, you know, in a good mood, hopefully, but right? And you know, if that affects them, if it doesn't, whatever. And like they were like had some issue with the register, so I'm having to like wait, and I waited for like I don't even know how long, but like she kept trying to like do stuff, and as the time I was like, well, I'll use this time to like look at the menu and decide what I want, because I don't want them to like hurry up and then get to me, and then it's like I hadn't been looking at what I wanted right this whole time I'm standing there. So I'm like looking, and I see the sandwich that I want, I see the coffee that I want. I'm like, okay. So then she finally gets to me. She's like, sorry about the wait. And I'm like, you're fine. Like, you're fine. Like, I get it. You know, I used to work retail. I didn't say this to her, but, you know, I used to work like retail jobs. Like, you know, I feel like it was another life now, so long ago. But, like, I get it. Like, I get it. So I'm like, you're fine. You're fine. I'll take, you know. And then right as I was about to say what I wanted, I, like, forgot the name. And so I had to look back at the menu, and I saw they had this little tiny sticker that said, like, we're out of this. And then I was like, oh. Okay, so then I find the other thing that I want, and I tell her that's what I want. And then I tell her my drink. Oh, well, we're out of that. I was like, oh. Okay. Well, I'll get this. Well, we're out of that. Or I can substitute this or that. I'm like, okay. And you could tell she was just kind of like in a bad mood, which is fine. Like, I don't judge. That's fine. You can be in a bad mood. Everybody has off days, right? So I was like, okay. Well, I'll get this food item instead, and I'll get this drink. And she's like, okay. So she gets me the food and the drink, and like she gets up and leaves. And so I'm sitting there waiting, and the oven is like beeping at the Starbucks for them to pull my food out, and they're just kind of like sitting around, you know. And I'm not gonna like go out of the way and say something like, hey, that's my food. Like, you're just like sitting there, like, okay. Anyway, so then one of the girls like, oh, I think the food is ready. And she tells the guy, and he gets like the food and hands it to me. And I pull it out, and it's like the back bun, it was a sandwich, and the bottom bun of the sandwich, like half of it was missing. And I'm like, well, come on, you know, like, I just felt like so like, why is all this like stuff happening? Like, I'm not used to that. I'm not used to like stuff not flowing, like working out for me, you know. And not like this isn't working out, but I'm just like, I just feel like I'm like that something is like rubbing here that's not in alignment, you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. And then this other customer comes up, and the lady making my drink stops and goes up and like talks to the lady, and they sit there talking, and I just look over at my drink, and like the ice is like melting inside of my drink because she hasn't finished it. It's like sitting there on the inside on the counter, and I'm like, wow, what is going on today? Anyway, so then she comes back and looks at it and like makes it whatever, and obviously I got it, right? It's right here. It's not what I originally wanted because they were out of what I wanted. And so I'm like, okay, thanks. And I'm just like walking around, and I don't know about anybody else, but like when I'm in alignment, there's usually like some type of like magic. in the air. Like I can feel it inside of myself. Like I just feel like I belong there. And I just feel like I'm supposed to be there. And if you know, you know, okay? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine. If you believe in that or not, that's fine. But I know this for me. And I know that when I feel it inside of me, everything works out. And I mean like everything down to the point works out. It's not, oh, you get there without an act. No, it's like I get there. I get the front parking spot. Okay, the front parking spot where you wonder why it's empty when you see all these cars driving past it, and you know that that spot was for you. And you get there, and like the workers are like so nice for some reason, and they're talking to you, and they have everything you want. And I know people are like, life doesn't work that way. No, it does. I don't care. I don't care. Like if you believe that it doesn't work that way, that's fine. Your beliefs are valid and they're true for you. But I know that it works that way for me. When I am in alignment, like it all works out for me, like everything. Like they go there, they have the food, they have the drink, they get it ready. Like you're surprised by how fast it's made. Like stuff like that happens to me when I'm in alignment. I get there and I feel full of purpose, even if I'm just walking around in a store and for some reason I'm like supposed to be there. I don't even care why I was supposed to be there. And I just enjoy my time. For some reason, I'm supposed to be there, and I'm supposed to be there for, I don't care, but I'm going to make the best of it. I'm going to look around, and wasn't interested in anything. I wasn't interested in looking around. So I kind of like walked around the store, and then I was like, I just feel like I should go home. So as I was driving home, I was like, why was that like so bad? Like, why was that like, again, I can hear people say like that wasn't bad, like that was just normal, like welcome to life, like oh you know said like no, like you don't understand. I can't make you understand, you know, it's fine if you do or you don't, but like things always, when I'm in my highest alignment, my highest good, they always work out. I will be walking and somebody random will just come up to me with something, like it's like random stuff like that. And this was like so below that. And so I was driving home and I was like, okay, I don't believe in good or bad or good or evil. Like that's just me. It's all just is, right? It just is. Everything just is. And if you believe that something is good or bad, like that's great. And that's awesome. And I love that you believe that because we're all different and we all need to believe different things. So I'm like, okay, this wasn't a bad day. But I'm, you know, obviously this is some type of lesson, right, that I need to learn from. And so I was like thinking back and I was like, well, why did I think I was supposed to go here today? And I remember meditating and I literally remember the visual image of the thought coming into my head while I was laying there in bed, like half awake, half asleep. And I didn't check to make sure like it resonated with me to go there. Like a thought came into my head. And I was like, oh, that's it. Yeah, I'm going to go do that. Like, I didn't resonate. Like, I didn't make sure that like resonated with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my high. When I was asking what my highest good was, the first thought that came into my head, like, I was like, oh, that's it. But like, I didn't do like a check. And I was actually really grateful for this experience because it showed me that not every thought is your greatest good. Not every thought is. And it's okay to sit back and like reflect on that for a little bit. And it's okay to just make sure, because I'm the kind of person that if I know that something is for my highest good, like, hey, if I just somehow got a message somehow somewhere like, hey, you're going to fly to Europe tomorrow. Like, okay, cool. I'll book my ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about the hotel. I won't care about anything. Like, I will just go. I will literally just go. I don't care. I'm not worried about it. Because stuff always works out for me. Like I'm telling you, it does. It always works out for me. I will go there. There'll be a random person at the airport, like to shut. You know what I'm saying? Like it always does. And so like I know that, and I don't care. And I will literally go. And I have no reservation about it whatsoever. Like if I were to just get a message, you're going to Europe tomorrow, cool. Like I'll fine. I'll go. Let's go. But I need to make sure that now that those messages like resonate with me. Like I have to, like a knowing, you know, if you know, you know. If this message is for you, it's for you. But if it's not, it's not. So I guess what my takeaway is, like, I was really grateful for this experience. Nothing really bad happened, right? I just went to Target and Starbucks and sat in traffic and didn't get what I wanted to order. Like I didn't have nothing bad about my day. And I'm sure there are tons of people out there who had worse days, but what it showed me was how great it can be when you are in full alignment. When you are in full alignment, because I've had those days, you get the parking spot up front that people seem to drive past, and you wonder, how is this open? How is nobody parking here? Like stuff like that. You get there, they have your food, or they'll say it's out, and then at the last minute, oh wait, we have one more just for you. Like that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff happens to me. It happens to me. So I know what it's like to be in the full alignment. I know what it's like. That was not it. That was not it. So what I learned is to make sure that you do a gut check, like, and I'm gonna say gut, but maybe it's like a heart check. Like like you feel, and you go out the door, and now looking back, like my cats in the morning, like not, taking forever to have me feed them, like everything now, it was all just signs that I didn't see before. Now I will. Now I'm grateful for this learning that I learned, because I am a very much like, I don't follow whatever other people tell me to do. Like I follow my own intuition and I follow my own stuff, and I don't care what other people say, or if other people try to warn me about the dangers of this or that. I'm like, I don't care, because I trust myself. And I know that I can do it. And so I just need to make sure from now on that I am fully resonating with whatever this idea is that is coming into my head. And when I fully resonate with that, like the stuff will fall into place for me. And I just didn't do that this morning. So if this resonated with you, if you know what I'm talking about, that's great. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you just think I'm whining about a mildly inconvenient day. Do you like my shirt? It's actually, it's like printed on. People think I'm wearing a bikini all the time when I wear it. I just like the shirt. If you resonate with this, like, that's cool. I'm happy. If you don't, that's cool too. You may think whatever you want. That's fine. You're allowed to think whatever you want, and I love that you think whatever you want. I love that we all have different opinions. I had to put this out there for somebody. Okay.